Hello everyone, my name is Evan and I like to make stop-motion dinosaurs and monsters. And during all this monkey business in part 3 today, we'll be finishing off King Kong from Godzilla X Kong today, I do say. On this YouTube video today, we'll be finishing off King Kong from Godzilla X Kong. And as I make the protector of the Hollow Earth today, along with all these monkey weapons, you could say, we'll be learning some fun facts today on Godzilla X Kong, the novelization today, I do say. Now, before we get started, I did do an awful lot of research for this video, which unfortunately did put me slightly behind schedule, and I have a feeling the algorithm's gonna punish me slightly for that, amongst a few other things, but we'll discuss those towards the end. Not to mention the fact that this wasn't exactly a very easy project, especially towards the end with all the mechanical bits. That wasn't exactly easy, aka the Beast Glove. And to, well, help put things into perspective, just to make this, well, 11-minute video, it took me over 10 days. So if you appreciate all the hard effort and, well, work that goes into making this content, be sure to subscribe if you're new, and smash that like button as hard as a kaiju. Comment below and share with your friends, and have your post notifications turned on so you don't miss a video or a short video update. So if you would be so kind to show your appreciation today, it would mean the world to me, I do say. Anyways, let's get this deep dive underway into the Hollow Earth today. Fact number 1. In the prologue of the book, Dr. Sarazawa goes to talk to Dr. McGee's Martin in 2016, and they are discussing amongst themselves some top secret monarchy subjects. But the main topic is ice, in reference to Shimo. They say, quote, "It's as if a bomb went off. Not like a nuclear bomb radiating energy that becomes heat. Like, it's the opposite of that. It's like a radiation that slows atoms down, makes them stop in their tracks." End quote. So essentially, Shimo has absolute zero. Number 2? Scylla, the giant animite spider's job was originally to keep the ice caps cool. But in protest to Godzilla, and one of the driving reasons to her death, in revolt, she started to heat them up. And that's why Godzilla was just so willing to blow her up and utterly destroy her. This is a good example as to why you should not disobey the king of the monsters. And just for quick clarification for those who might not know what an animite is an extinct species of spiral-shelled cephalopods. In other words, a squid, and they lived in the Cambrian period over 500 million years ago. And it's very clear that this, well, Scylla character got a lot of inspiration from those. 3, quote, "Godzilla, when charging Scylla, his footsteps were almost subsonic," end quote, implying that his sprinting speed here is upwards of 600 miles per hour. Subsonic is roughly Mach 0.8, which would easily make him one of the fastest Godzillas. Now, it should be mentioned that I'm pretty sure that this is just, well, clever narration, essentially implying that Godzilla is now much faster, and I'd be willing to bet that his footsteps are essentially a reference to his subsonic boom from a jet. Now flying into number 4. We're back onto the fight with Scylla. He crashed into her with the force of 2 tsunamis. Makes sense given he's made a tsunami in 2014 just upon arriving in Hawaii. 5. We know the Mutos and Ghidorah could have ended the world, thanks to this line right here. Quote, "The Mutos and Ghidorah were both on track to destroy the world as we know it." End quote. And I feel fine. Oh god. Singing into number 6, we now know how light gets to the hollow Earth. It's thanks to the crystals because they're in unison with the surface, giving the hollow Earth a day and night cycle. Number 7, while going through a hollow Earth portal, your weight will quadruple. Number 8, will a nuclear pulse be your fate? Godzilla's pulse in France went 30 miles. 9, this is describing Godzilla right before he fought Zilla. Quote, he was at the peak of health and power, end quote. Later comparing him to Nuke Amps in 2019. Although he's not as strong as Boston Goji, he is very close without needing the nuke. That meaning French Goji is way stronger than Boston Goji. 10. The subterranean realm that Kong goes through in the deeper parts of the hollow Earth isn't actually part of the hollow Earth. It's just one massive cave. It's not like some giant environment like the surface of the hollow Earth. If that makes any sense, it's literally just a giant cave. 11. Zuko was handpicked by Scar King to be one of his scouts and hunters, which really goes to show the potential of Zuko in the future. And I think everyone knows by now how durable he is. So, yeah. Swinging into number 12, the Iwi tribes in the hollow Earth is named Malinka. 13. Godzilla almost died in the Kong War. The war with the apes almost destroyed Godzilla. So yeah, sorry Godzilla fans, but these monkeys mean business. 14. The crazy thing is, Scar King could have died when fighting Kong, which is why he needed the assistance of Shimo. Quote, this is from Scar King's point of view, by the way. Scar King would have died if he faced off against Kong any further, end quote. And this is why he needed the assistance from Shimo. 15. It has been finally confirmed that Shimo put King Ghidorah in the ice. Chapter 13, Trapper says, quote, I'm going to attempt an accent here. You're trying to say that thing put Monster Zero in the ice and started the last ice age? And end quote. That was probably a bit cringe, I do apologize. Not really. 16. Bernie talks about Mu, which might be reference to Megalon, as he is the defender of Mu. 17. Many fans ask how Gia got to the surface to see Godzilla and Kong. Well, in the book, it's actually really simple. She just climbs on Mothra's back. 18. Shimo apparently froze the entirety of Greenland in the matter of a few minutes. Or a few hours, but let's just say minutes for fun. In the book, they talk about how Shimo freezes 2 kilometers deep worth of ice in certain places. So we use Greenland's square mileage, and how deep it would be, so let's assume just a few minutes means 3. It would equate to 8,522,012,222.2 tons of ice per second. Yeah, she's OP. 19. In the final battle, Shimo flung Godzilla halfway across Rio. Now, personally, I can't find out how far across the city of Rio is, and we also don't exactly know where they beached. So that makes this distance very hard to estimate, but if I were to take a guess, I would safely say Shimo threw Godzilla at least 1.5 miles to 2 miles, which easily makes her one of the most strongest kaijus out there. 20. In Chapter 20, they quote Godzilla's roar shakes the entire city. 21. We know that supercharged Godzilla is the strongest version of Legendary yet. Quoted in the novel, basically because his radiation has never been at this level. So yes, more than Thermo. For those who want to deny it, it's in Chapter 19. Have fun. 22. They also said Godzilla's eyes were glowing like twin stars, which means the amount of light that he must have been giving off would mean that he has an unimaginable amount of radiation. And 23, the last fact, which is honestly probably the coolest one, pun intended, which might be shocking and surprising to some, and perhaps old news to others, but it's been confirmed that Shimo is indeed more powerful than evolved Godzilla. However, if she was single-handedly able to defeat Ghidorah by herself, I think that speaks volumes, well, on her powers and strength, which is something the G-Man has never been able to do without assistance from Mothra or another monster. So if you've made it this far into the video, that means you've probably enjoyed it, and if you're new here, I would definitely appreciate it if you considered subscribing. So be sure to stomp on that like button as hard as a kaiju, comment below what you think of the project, and perhaps consider sharing with your monster-loving friends. All this should help out with the algorithm because there's a lot of work that goes into this type of content, obviously, because, yeah, I'm a little behind schedule, and there's a few personal reasons why, and we'll get into that right away here. So, unfortunately, this isn't going to be a very happy part of the video because we're kind of recapping on part 1 here with regards to Little Miss Fufu. Unfortunately, she is no longer with us. And I noticed a lot of you have been asking about why am I not doing lives or when is the next live stream. Now, unfortunately, that's been because I've been taking care of her, making sure that she is comfortable as possible with the last remaining time that she had. So, unfortunately, it was just something that I kind of had to cut out because it wasn't easy to juggle both. and I wanted to spend as much time with her as possible. Now I know she was on a lot of my streams and that means a lot to you guys, but unfortunately that's kind of why I haven't been doing it lately and why I might not be live for a little bit longer, because I know it's not going to reach everyone on here and there's going to be people asking where Fu is or how she's doing, and unfortunately that's, not good news. And at this particular point in time, I personally don't really feel like getting upset live on YouTube. So I appreciate your support, and there's a couple, videos here at the end of her last moments that we got to share together. So I just want to quickly thank all my friends and family for supporting me through this obviously emotionally tough time. Hasn't been easy, and everyone on YouTube who saw the community post. That honestly means a lot to me. So you can show, a little bit more love for Fu by saying R.I.P. Little Miss Fu. You'll be missed. So thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry to end on a sad note. So to try and end things on a slightly happier note, be sure to give your pets some extra love today. I do say. You can do it this time. River rat. Good boy. Good girl. Yes, I know some you. Say it back. Got you one river rat. I know, we love the water and you're impatient. She went to the beach. Yeah. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the very end of the video. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the content, comment below what you think, share with your friends, and perhaps consider subscribing if anything. Anyway, that's enough from me. Till next time, take it easy.